everyone, welcome to my channel Being You Now. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today I'm doing a reading for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. If the reading doesn't resonate, head over to the videos tab. There might be another reading that's more applicable to your particular situation and circumstance, and this is a collective reading. If you are OG, welcome. So wonderful to have you here. Thank you for all your likes, subscribes, comments, shares, love and support. Oh my goodness, my heart is just exploding and expanding with this love that you share every single day. And truly, that is the game-changing thing that brings me up every single day to do more readings for you. So thank you. If you're new, welcome. I do Aries readings daily. I also do one card pulls, which is in the short section of my channel, and there's always something fun and fabulous happening in the communities tab. Now, there have been some really big readings that I've done for you, Aries. Have you checked out your 4-month reading is out, so now till the end of December. And today I'm working with this deck, and I will be clarifying with the traditional tarot, so stay till the end. These readings will unfold. What does Aries need to know? I have seriously been working through so many decks, and Spirit was like, no, you're working with this deck today. So there is something that Spirit wants to share with Aries. That is why I have been led. I'm going to pull 3 and we'll see how we go. This one wants to come out. Yeah. So I'll stop there, and I will be clarifying with the traditional tarot. So stay till the end. If you're new, the way the reading, it all ties up. Wow. So self-love. Somebody here is working on self-love or needs to make more time for self-love. Let me know in comments, which is it for you? It says, you realize that love of self is necessary to love another. Like, this is starting with a bang. This card to me is talking about healing. Maybe there have been people, places, situations in the past that have, made you doubt yourself. And now, as you've been on your journey, it depends, Aries, where you are on your timeline. People often say in comments when, firstly, this is a collective reading. Secondly, I don't know where on the timeline you are and where you are on your journey. So it's going to resonate with you at different levels depending on where you are on your journey, right? So with this self-love card, to me, this is talking about you honoring and loving yourself first and foremost, and coming to the realization, or more than realization, the right word is awareness. So the word awareness is strongly coming up. So the awareness that the more you love yourself, the more you give yourself, the more you'll be able to love other people. And if you're not looking for love, this is not just about romance. This is about, if you are loving yourself, you radiate differently, you walk differently, you talk differently, you shine differently. And as a result, you will meet people, like this community. You come and meet this community because you are radiating, and, you need different things, and then you're connecting even more deeply with other members of the collective. I see you guys comment on each other's comments, which is epic, which is supporting each other and understanding each other because you might have been through certain things. So this self-love is talking about when you know that you're loving, you're radiating, you all of a sudden, people are like, hey Aries, what are you doing? I've got this opportunity. I would love to have you in it because of your vibe, your energy, because they can see that you have grown and evolved, and that radiates just by you being you, right? So being you. That's what that's why my channel is called Being You, because it's about you coming back to who you are. And I know sometimes it's like, oh, self-love, woo-woo, rah-rah. Trust me, this thing works. Very quickly, being a qualified accountant, I always thought that this woo-woo stuff just was, all fluffy, soft, and you don't really need it. Having navigated through things in my own life, I have come to the realization and awareness how important self-love is. I mean, for me to be able to even do these readings, I have to love myself first and foremost to be able to give to you, and to be able to be that conduit and channel with the divine to share that love, right? So that's the same thing. I'm just using that as an example. So self-love is so deep. It's beyond it's beyond just maybe getting your hair done or nails done. And that's a form of self-love. Nothing wrong with it. Self-love is also honoring your deep healing, the lessons, the the journey that you've been on, you know, because you grow and evolve so much. Once you've been through something difficult, if it happened again, you already have the tools and resources because you've navigated it once, you know, so you already are well equipped. Then you're not starting again, you're starting with experience. I felt like someone needed to hear it. So let's clarify what this self-love is all about. This reading is already like, we're starting with a bang. Oh my goodness. You would not believe this. Aries, Tower. Tower. So absolutely. I feel like for somebody here, these two cards popped up for self-love. So if you are in the Five of Cups energy where people, places, situations have not served you and you're feeling a deep sense of loss, or you're feeling like, why did this happen to me? I'm really picking up this. Why me? Why did this happen to me? You know, and you've been through a tower moment, whether it be in a relationship where relationship has ended, or you know, you or the other person walked away, or even a job situation which might have ended and you're feeling at loss. You're like, how am I going to provide for myself? How am I going to look after my family? But you have to remember that because you can see what is not there that used to be there before, you might be missing out on what's available. All you need to do is turn around to see that there are two cups being offered to you. And maybe this opportunity is even better than what you had in the past, but because you are so focused on what you have lost, you can't focus on what you've gained, your lessons, your experience, your growth, you know. Maybe what you have gained is like a level of I just feel like it's not even maturity. It's almost like it elevates you. The way you talk and show up is so different that people are like, oh my God, this Aries is just so epic. I want to be around this Aries. It's this level of wisdom and intelligence and leadership that you exude just by being you. That's what I'm picking up. Now this Tower energy is again Aries, Leo, Mars energy. So this, I feel like it could have been sudden for some of you. Suddenly maybe you got news, and it doesn't have to be really major as well. You know, say for example your organization is going through a restructure and you kind of already knew that your department is going to be at risk, you know. So it may not be as graphic as this Tower, but of course it's having an impact on you. It's like all of a sudden now you have to go into the market and look for work, you know, if just using that as an example. Or same thing with relationships. Maybe you felt really hurt, you know, you really thought this was your happily ever after, this was your forever person, and now you're in the situation where that's not the case. But you have to remember that if you fell in love once, you can fall in love again. Just using that, you know, I just felt like someone needed to hear it. And I know that a lot of my Aries are always saying, hey, but I'm not looking for love, you know. You may not be, other people might be. And love is it's such a broad topic. I'm not going to get into that because we've got lots of other cards. Otherwise, we'll be here all day, right? We have satisfaction. So Aries, okay, first foremost, before we wrap up self-love, tell me in comments, what is it you are going to do to give more love and honor yourself and give that love to yourself? So what is the thing that you want to do? Hey, if you want to go get your hair done, get your nails painted, that's nothing wrong with it. I actually quite enjoy it myself, especially getting my hair done. I just love the fact that somebody else is washing my hair and blow waving it and all the things, and it just feels like I feel like $1,000,000. So whatever, what is it that gives you that sense of love? You know, it could be even having a cup of tea in the backyard. Doesn't have to involve you spending money, right? So satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Oh my goodness. I just read this card after I said this thing about self-love. So this is basically affirming the self-love card in that it's saying, how do you get such satisfaction to give you, you know, often in this world, you know, particularly with social media, etc., this is getting so heightened, you know. I often come across articles where the impact on teenagers and, you know, all these other things in terms of, you see Instagram and you see all these photos and people start to create doubt, and they're trying to seek this level of approval based on lots of different things. So what this satisfaction card, I'm just using, you know, just sharing that as an example, but what this satisfaction card is really talking about, it's about What gives you the level of satisfaction, Aries? What is it that satisfies you and you know who you are? I mean, Aries is the emperor, right? We know that. But what is it that makes you feel like that emperor is what this satisfaction card is saying. It's kind of at the back of this self-love card. And I'm loving this little storyline that we are creating with this reading. And now I understand why Spirit wanted me to use this deck, which I actually was not going to use, to be honest. And then I was like meditating. I'm like, what's going on? Which deck? Which deck are we working with? You know, I need to work out what I'm doing with this reading. So what, Aries, the question really is, what's the energy and the vibe where you know who you are as the emperor? Because this is talking about self-approval and satisfaction. So what is that level of what gives you that level of satisfaction or even assurance that, you know, this is me, I got me, I know who I am. And it doesn't even have to be a thing. It could be simply you feeling confident. But then how do you feel confident? Or it could be that you just feel very joyful. Or when you're doing something creative, like, you know, I know that I get so deeply satisfied when I'm doing readings because it fills my cup at a very deep level. And I get to connect with you all from all over the world, you know, and this is just so epic. I read your comments. I read every single comment that you put in there. And it's just like, it really feels and fuels me, gives me energy to keep going, you know. It's the same thing with your likes, subscribes. It might just be a tapping of a button for you. But hey, this is me putting my time, energy, everything, and showing up with authenticity. This is not just me just pulling some random cards and that's it. No, this is not that for me anyhow, you know. So that's what gives me satisfaction, doing my soul work, my purpose work. Knowing, you know, people often say to me in comments that this work is making such a difference, and this is why I keep doing it. You know, it actually makes and helps people. So what is it that gives you satisfaction? It could be your job, it could be a passion, it could be your family, it could be anything. So let me know. All right, let's clarify this satisfaction. This reading is way deep. My goodness. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I should be doing such deep readings on on the channel, but I gotta roll with what Spirit downloads for me, you know. So I roll with it, and then yeah, it is what it is. That's the approach I have to take. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You will not believe this, Aries. You're not going to believe this. So the first card we have is the Two of Swords. So okay, I'm going to talk about the Two of Swords before I show you the next card. So the Two of Swords is saying two things to me. So some of you at the moment are actually not feeling satisfied in some area of your life, or it could be more than one area of your life. And as a result, you might have closed yourself off. You might even be in hermit mode for some of you. Although the hermit card is not here, you might be feeling more like a hermit. You might be closing yourself from people, places, situations. You might be actually just enjoying your own company whilst you figure out how you get that satisfaction, how you get that va-va voom, how to get that va-va voom back in your life, you know, how to feel like that magnetic Aries, the Emperor. Because I don't make any of this stuff up. I shuffled the cards in front of you and I was talking about the Emperor. Look what just showed up, the Emperor. Aries, you are all over this reading. Like with the Tower card, the Emperor card, like I cannot make any of this stuff up. You are showing up bold, bright, shiny, magnetic, visionary, clear as anything, leader. And you know exactly, it's almost like you know exactly what your eyes are set on and you're not going to settle for anything but. And that's that Emperor energy, right? The Emperor doesn't just create his empire. It just doesn't, he's the king of the kings. And the reason why he's the king of the kings is because he's done the work. He's been through the fire. Literally, he's been through battle, he's been through fire, he's jumped through all the hoops to get to where he is. And I feel like that's where a lot of you are heading. That's what I'm picking up energetically, that a lot of you are heading towards your emperor energy. And I really get the word empire. So the empire could be you building a family with someone that you love, or you building the career that you desire, or you getting the leadership job that you know is yours, or you being the CEO, the boss. And until you do that, that level of satisfaction, you're still like, no, I'm going to go there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, you know? And this is what I feel like. I feel like a lot of you have been kind of closed off because there is something that's missing that you want to get. And you know that once you do that, you will feel satisfied at a much deeper level. And it's beyond the title. It's beyond the money. It's that feeling. It's that knowingness. It's that, you know, it's knowing that you're making a difference, knowing that you are that true leader, knowing that you are creating an impact, you know, whether it's even in your family. You can create impact in your family by providing for them, by doing certain things that bring more joy, happiness, liveliness, and all the things. You know, more love, whatever the case may be for you, depending on what your situation is. But I love this. I was talking about the Emperor before the Emperor popped out in the reading. Wowza. I am like, this is getting me so fired up, this reading. I'm loving it. Present. Wow. So Aries, where do you need to be present? Like, okay, so I'll be honest. As soon as I saw the card, I haven't read, I'm going to read through it, but it's telling me the power of now. Have you read the book, The Power of Now? It is, I remember when I first read it, it took me 6 months to read that book because I kept having to go back and reread it. And I recently read it in a matter of days and I was like, oh my God, this book is epic. Anyway, so this card is reminding me of the power of the present moment. Often, and this is a message for somebody now. This is going deep. It may or may not resonate. So take what resonates and leave the rest. We know the drill, right? So what this is saying to me, Aries, are you so focused on that thing, that goal, that satisfaction that you desire that you're kind of missing the point? You're kind of missing the present moment. You're kind of missing the journey. And it's, you know, it's like when you are so fixated on a goal, there's nothing wrong with having goals. There's nothing wrong with having vision. But it's almost like, is that why you're feeling dissatisfied, perhaps? Is that why you feel like you don't have enough love for yourself because you're constantly looking at your 5 of Cups? You're constantly looking at what's not there as opposed to everything that is there. And I'm picking up this gratitude vibe. It'll be interesting to see what the final card is, right? So this is saying you live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Oh my goodness, there's a strong love message. And when I say love, I'm not just talking romantic love. I'm talking about love for self, first and foremost, self-love. We do start with that. So yeah, where are you on your journey? Are you now becoming more aware of the present moment? Are you honoring what's available to you in the present moment? Are you mindful of the present moment, or are you focused on the next thing and the next thing and the next thing? And there's nothing wrong with being driven. I mean, Aries are natural go-getters, right? We are impatient. We finish one thing. Even before we finish one thing, we've got 5 other things on the go. That's what a typical Aries is. We're very good at starting things, but sometimes it's also about making sure that we take things to completion, right? And it's also about being on that journey. It's like me right now, if I just use this as an example, I could be thinking about the reading tomorrow or the next week and all the other readings that I have to do, or I can be absolutely immersed and present in this moment, sharing this gift with you, and you feel that energetically. It's a different vibe. If I'm already at tomorrow's reading or the day after's reading, you know, if I'm already there, you will know, you know, energetically, you'll feel it. I mean, everything is energy, and I truly believe it. So what this present card is really talking about is there something in your present moment that can give you satisfaction and fill you up with love, self-love, and connectedness? Let me know in comments. Wowza, this is way deep. This is, golly gosh, this is really, really deep. This is a very profound, powerful message, but it is like, this is next level. Like, this is next level. I mean, I never know what cards are going to pop out or where this is going. But this is like a whole storyline that, you know, you filling your cup and feeling deeply satisfied, particularly in the present moment, is basically the shift that needs to occur to take you, it's like jumping timelines, to catapult you to where you desire to be. That's the simplest way I can put it. Can someone write that down? That was just so epic. I often say things, I'm like, that was an epic line. I'm trying to think what, yeah. This is apt for the present, because it's almost like this is how you feel. You feel stuck. So all you're thinking about is, you've got a lot of stuck energy. Like, look at this. You know, I have a real complex with cards swirling and twirling around, but I got to show you. So you have 2 of Swords, and now you've got the 8 of Swords. What does this say to you? Both of them, she's blindfolded. Both of them, she's stuck. She's not moving. She's not going anywhere. And that's what I feel. I feel like a lot of you are feeling that sense of perhaps stuckness or not, lack of movement in the present moment, because you can't see. But the real meaning with the 8 of Swords is this is illusion. And a lot of this is just mental energy. So perhaps what you can't see is all your mental energy is so consumed, and it's going like working overtime in this stuck position, that all you think about, you keep circling around that you can't see beyond that. You can't, you know, because when you're focusing on one thing and one thing only, it's like, you know, if you want to buy a car and you're looking for an orange car, and this particular make, say it's a Toyota Corolla, it's orange for fun's sake, right? Next thing you go on the road, you haven't bought the car yet, but every car you see, it's the same car. You're like, oh my God, another one. Or you might see that same make everywhere. So it's that same thing. If you keep focusing on being stuck, you're going to be just focusing on being stuck. I mean, like the work I do with my private clients, you know, a lot of this is shifting your belief systems. It's about working and releasing things so that you can see the possibilities of what's available. And often when we're in this position, it's easy to keep dwelling and circling around on this and not focus on what actually can help you out to get out of this situation. So this is a very particular message. I am going to clarify this 8 of Swords to see if there's anything else that wants to come out. But that's a message in itself. That's a lot of cards. Clarifying the 8 of Swords. Okay. I mean, look, this is clarified by the Page of Wands came first and the Sun card. So what this is, these 2 cards to me is saying that Aries, the more you tap into your creativity, your passion, what actually makes you happy and sparks, you know, Aries is an action sign. So the Page of Wands, this is messages. This is about having fun, sparking your joy, creativity, passion. And then the Sun card, this is Leo energy, but the Sun card is about birthing that, bringing that into the physical. It's about the creation. It's about, and that will give you so much happiness and joy. So the more you tap into what your passions, creativity, and what gives you joy, essentially, that's going to bring more happiness, fulfillment, deep level of fulfillment. That's going to make you feel all warm and fuzzy from the inside. And I really, really feel that. That's what's going to, and it will bring you back to the present moment. And as a result, it's going to create new ways of thinking. That's how you're going to get out of the 8 of Swords. To get out of the 8 of Swords, you will get creative ideas and new ways of thinking that is going to take you closer and closer to your goals and desires. I'm loving this. So Aries, so far we've got self-love, satisfaction, present. What is it that you are focusing on right now or need to focus more on? Let me know in comments. Loyalty. Wow. This is giving me Emperor vibes again, and we've already got the Emperor showing up. So the loyalty card, to me, it's about being loyal first and foremost to yourself. Now, one thing I will say, look, satisfaction and loyalty, they're both green cards. I also work with chakras, and I'm an energy healer if you didn't know that. And I am offering healing sessions. So if you want to know more about that, email me or just comment below. But anyway, this is very much the heart-centered energy. This whole reading is talking about your heart space, Aries. It's about opening your heart. It's about listening to your inner truth. And I know it sounds like, oh yeah, but I am listening to my inner truth. But if you really honestly ask yourself, are you listening to your inner truth? Are you, or is it too scary because of what's happened in the past? And I feel like this has really happened in the past. And this whole reading is also saying, don't let the past define your future and keep you in this 2 of Swords and 8 of Swords, because that's a very easy thing for you to do. The Tower has happened, the cups have fallen, but that doesn't mean that there is nothing else to life. There's more to life. You've got two cups upright. You just have to turn around. You've got the passion, creativity, new beginnings, birth coming up with the Sun card. And right in the center of your reading, there you are, the Emperor. You know, there you are, the Emperor. So the loyalty card says your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. Yeah, it's about loyalty first and foremost to yourself. Let's clarify this. Let me know, are you enjoying this reading? And if you haven't tapped that like button, tap that like button, because hey, I look at your likes, comments, subscribes. That's how I know whether to keep going and showing up and keep giving time and energy to this channel. I absolutely love it. But I also need to see results. I am an Aries. I'm driven. I'm an emperor. You know, I was just thinking today, I was like, now my channel is still very, very small and young, but I was like, can there be an Aries channel with 1 million subscribers? How cool would that be? An Aries channel with 1 million subscribers. I mean, my channel is called Being You Now. I used to do all signs, and then I've just started to do Aries since May, I think. Since April, since my birthday. And so, and I'm, you know, and I haven't gone back to all signs, but hey, I don't know, we'll see. Doesn't mean that I'm not driven or motivated. At the moment, I'm just enjoying this vibe. So I'm loving the vibe that we've got. These two want to pop out, loyalty. Okay, now there is something happening with the twos, Aries. You've now got, what are you juggling? There's somebody juggling something. It could be you juggling emotions and finances, thoughts and finances, family life, work life, could be passion and business. There is this, because the two of, you know, this juggling energy, right? So there's two things coming up. One is, yes, there is things to juggle. But the other thing is, if you are committing to something, you can juggle it. It's like saying you can be in love and you can still be working. Right? The other thing is you can be in a full-time job and you can still be working on your passions or creating a side hustle. That's what this is. But the bottom line is, whatever you're juggling, you have to be loyal to it. It's like, if you want to be in a relationship, if you want to be in love, yeah, it's a juggling act. It's giving and take, giving and receiving, you know, giving, give and take, compromise. It's the same thing with work. It's the same thing. You'll have to, if you want to have a side hustle or increase your income or wealth, yeah, you will be working, say for example, if you're working full time, but you also have to be loyal to your business, to your passion, to what you're creating. That's what I'm picking up here. This is very much that self-love card. Like with the Four of Swords showing up, what this is saying to me is that it's okay, Aries, if you need time for yourself. It's okay, Aries, if you need to retreat for a while. It's okay, Aries, if you need to not share everything that's happening in your world to everybody if you don't desire that. It's okay. And I think sometimes just the power of knowing it's okay, it's just so powerful. I'm going to see if there's anything that wants to clarify these, the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Clarifying the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, please. Anything that clarifies the Two of Pentacles. What does my Aries need to know about this? Yeah, the Moon card. So there are things that are hidden, but with the Moon card coming up, so this is very much, I see this as Cancer, Pisces energy is what I'm picking up. So you may have that in your chart. But the other thing with the Moon card showing up is honor your sensitivity. It's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay and natural to have emotions. It's okay to process things. Particularly if you, the reason why I'm saying this is because of these two cards. And then we started your reading with self-love, right? So, I mean, you've got quite a few major arcanas that have popped up. What this, the Moon card is saying to me is that Aries, being such a yang, fired up energy, you know, we are often, it's like go, 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 do, achieve. So it almost stops us in our tracks when it becomes like, when we have to work through emotions. When, you know, sometimes it might be difficult, if, particularly if you have no water placements, you know, if you don't have any, depending on where your chart is, you know, what you have on your birth chart. But sometimes you can struggle with, how do I deal with these emotions? If it's doing stuff, I can get it done. I've got the energy, you know, I don't even have to think twice. But all these ups and downs, the wait, delays, you know, and time, it's hard, because that's not what Aries is innately made of. And the moon card is also saying to me, patience. The moon and the Four of Swords is saying to me, Aries, you need to have patience. You need to be loyal. You need to be loyal to yourself and your journey. Yeah, it's going to take time, you know, because in we have a clock in the physical 3D world, but in the spiritual world, there is no such thing as time. It's about the more time and energy you devote to your own inner healing and inner work, is basically what this whole reading is saying. The quicker you'll become the emperor, and the quicker you will have the beginnings, like the quicker you will be in this situation. The more you honor your journey and where you've been, is what's going to take you to who you are and where you ought to be. It's actually this way, because we had the emperor first. So the quicker you become aware of where you are on your journey, and the quicker you honor where you are and take your power. It's basic, this whole reading is about claiming your power as the emperor and knowing who you are. And the moment you do that, whether it's job, relationship, love, home, promotion, business, wealth, whatever that you're creating is just going to get created. It's a no-brainer. It's just going to happen, because you are now who you know you've always been and have been, and you've come back to your empress seat. And as a result, these things, you are magnetic, you are shining, you are creating, you are, you know, you are everything, and you have love, joy, happiness, and all the things you desire, new beginnings. That's available, because now you're back in knowing who you truly are, and claim that. Wow, what a powerful, powerful reading. So Aries, tell me in comments where you are. What is it that resonated? Drop your word. Self-love, satisfaction, present, loyalty, or emperor, new beginnings, the sun. What is it that you're claiming for yourself? This is such a powerful, profound reading. Please do tap that like button as you also are commenting below. It does help with the algorithms. It helps with this YouTube world that I'm navigating through with everybody else. And for me, yes, your comments, likes, subscribes, yeah, donations. Thank you for everyone that donates, for your super chats, super likes, all the things. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. But all these things really help me to show up daily. It really it gives me the sun, the warmth, the fuzzy, the joy to keep doing and showing up in the present moment, so I can keep doing more and more readings. So if you want to see more, it's easy, doesn't cost you anything. Tap that like, comment below, and I will see you next time.